Hi everyone, and welcome to another week with Mary's Dreamtime Messages. It's been quite a while since I've been on here doing the videos. There's been a lot of changes happening, and so I've just been keeping up with the changes that have been taking place for me in my life. And so, this can take time and also requires us sometimes to do some soul searching, and also some time away from social media. And I'm sure that you guys would understand what I mean by this. And so I'm slowly getting back on my YouTube channel, and so please be patient with me, as it may take some time for me to do that. And so I wanted to reach out and share this video with you all this week, and until I get back into the swing of things. So I feel like I'm starting from scratch, and I've had to upgrade all my tech, and I also had someone close to me that I loved pass away. And so with all these changes that have been taking place for me, I've been wanting to keep moving forward and keep growing in my life. And so I think that it's a great time when we can continue to move forward with the changes that have taken place. And so that's representative of the kangaroo and baby that I have in the background, with moving forward, and also with a view of nurturing ourselves as we move forward. But we have some really fantastic cards that have come out this week, and which I'm pretty happy about. And because the week is going to be starting the 16th of June and running until the 22nd of June. And so I think October, November, December. So it's been roughly about 7 months, I think, since I've been on this channel. And so I hope you guys didn't miss me too much, but there's over like 850 videos on here, so that should have kept you going until I got back anyway, because there is so many videos on here of me painting and doing the Dreamtime messages and affirmations and so on and so forth. And so until I get myself back completely here on the YouTube channel, I'm also, don't forget that I'm also on other social media channels like my Facebook page and my LinkedIn, and also Twitter and Instagram. And so let's get into the two cards that are going to be coming up this week. And I want to thank everybody. I want to say a special thank you to everyone that has supported me during this time as well, because when we go through certain changes, we can become unsure about our future. And so for me, building a stable stability within my life is something that's at the forefront for me. And so I hope though that by going through these changes, it can reflect back to you guys something that is more valuable to yourself. Because when we can make these changes within ourselves, we realize that we want to keep moving forward in the best possible way without any thing that isn't serving us. And as we become older, that becomes more and more valuable to us. And in forging the best path forward for us. And so it's not always easy to find the right words for me to say, because you know, I express myself through painting, and so but the storytelling was always something that I loved to do as well, with the paintings, to get like a bird's eye view of the painting. And so, but you know, I want to just express my gratitude to you all, and especially all my customers that have been supporting me and continue to support me today. And so in moving forward, I hope that I can continue to bring out more products and more books, because I've been really wanting to bring out a couple of more books that are in line with these changes that I'm talking about, life changes that we all go through at certain points and at certain cycles within our life. And these cycles mimic the cycles that are within nature. It's, you know, like a snake shedding its skin, and even reptiles that lose limbs as well, and then they grow them back. You know, it's the same as the eagle. You know, it loses its talons and then it grows back. You know, there's so many animals that reflect this kind of change in our lives, you know, death and rebirth. And it's not something that is spoken about a lot, but I hope that, you know, when I do bring these books out, that you know, that can bring more clarity into the changes that I'm talking about. But in saying that, I've also already written about these changes in certain paintings that I've done, called a Life Changes series, that I did many years ago. And so it's not just those paintings, but it's also the paintings that are yet to come as well. And so with that, you know, leaving that there for the now, I just really want to now move forward with the Dreamtime messages. And you know, as we go along, I'll continue to talk more and more about this, like I'm talking about. But yeah, I'm a little bit what would you say, I'm not as bold as I normally am at this point, simply because I'm still trying to work out my tech. And so it takes me time, because I'm pretty bad at tech actually. And so it may look like I'm not when I'm online, but in all honesty, tech is really bad for me, because I'm not very good at it. But you know, I continue to push forward even if I am uncertain, until I can get it right. And so lucky for you guys, I'm here. And so yeah, I'm getting there. But I've already pulled out the 2 cards that we drew out for this week from the Dreamtime card deck. And so I'm not sure if anyone has got their Dreamtime card deck yet, but stock is running low. All my stock is running low. My books are selling out, and these are almost sold out as well. So I hope you can grab yourself a copy before they go, because this is a limited edition deck, and so which has 3 brand new animals in it. And it has a lot of modifications on this one, which has the golden foiled edges and the glossy, really glossy cards, and you know, the new size as well. But the 2 cards that we drew out this week, and as I said, I've already drew the 2 cards in advance, because I'm still getting back into the swing of things. The first card that we drew out actually was the I Am Healing card, letting us know that when we focus on myself, I understand more about my gifts, and I have the ability to create miracles in my life. And you know, taking that view to do with ourselves is something that's so very important when we're making changes, or just having a self-assessment or self-recognition, or even self-contemplation, because it's not about anybody else, it's about ourselves. If we're feeling a certain way about someone, you know, that's to do with us, that's not to do with somebody else. And you know, the I Am Healing card is the number one in the deck, and so it's the card that starts off our journey and when we go into the Dreamtime, and travel through the Dreamtime through the cards. And it makes up the Aboriginal belief system, and that they not only relates to the dreaming connected to the land of the creator beings, but also it relates to the dreamings that are in the sky that connect to us. There are actually tracks that are our spiritual connection, that are buried deep within country and connect to the heartbeat of Mother Earth. And knowledge of the land, the ancestors, animals, and those of family that have lived before. And these invisible lines, you may actually pick them up within your body or within your senses, certain areas that you may travel or that you may go and visit time and time again, that are your favorite spots within country, in nature. And so it's talking about these you know, this knowledge and these feelings that we get that are invisible to us to touch, but we can sense them in our body. And so the purpose of the lines is to help us to gain further knowledge through passing on the ancient ways of the land, and in many cases healing for self, the land culture, and for others, so that they can open themselves up to the understanding of the dreaming. And there may be an understanding that you need to reach that will enable you to have an intuition and responsibility that will uncover an important aspect of your family. And so the action step this week to do with the I Am Healing card is letting us know that your soul is going to thrive by taking action to push yourself to move forward, and the time is right now. A new chapter in your life is coming that will require you to make some important decisions. Let your songline dreaming be your guide by connecting to country so that you can travel back to your roots to learn more. Be brave enough to have faith and trust in yourself. And so it could be to do with taking responsibility, using your intuition, and having a deeper understanding about these parts of yourself that are healing. And you know, you could be feeling in a negative aspect, careless or unaware or immature, and so you know, at any given moment we can turn that negative around into a positive. And so it's important to listen to ourselves and help and be gentle as well as we continue to move forward in our new found understanding to do with the land and healing pieces of our soul. And the other card that we pulled out this week is to do with the ancestral owl finches I am knowing, giving us the message that when I have trust and faith in my intuition, I am naturally guided towards the answers that I seek, and this makes me strong. And you know, I love this card because you know, the finches is one of my all-time favorite little birdies, as you know, everybody probably already knows that by now. But you know, I love getting this card because it's a reminder about keeping focused on that path of yours in order for you to continue to grow and heal in the best way possible. And so it's also about listening to the deepest part of our soul and that tiny voice inside that we always sometimes can you know, sometimes we overlook this part of ourselves, and because you know, it's this part of ourselves makes us powerful, and And you know, we need to be reminded of that so many times, and so often. And you know, when we don't have somebody to remind us about that, we have to remind ourselves. And you know, that's not always an easy thing to do. But you know, with the guidance of the Finches and helping us to be focused and helping us to become more powerful and growing into this person, this new person that we are becoming, you know, we can slowly and surely turn our lives around. And because change doesn't come from an inability to see what happens next, but the ability to have trust in the feeling of something better. And you know, believe in the power of your own positive thinking and knowing inside to guide you to the answer that you're seeking. The Finches are very timid around humans and are happiest and lively in groups with other Finches. The messages they bring are so important because it is through going into your unique self that you are able to better tune into the right guidance and direction. And often in life you will be faced with many decisions and directions to turn in order to make a situation better than the last step, and more spiritually evolving than the last cycle. And so listen, trust, and something better is coming. And so the Owl Finch reminds us to listen and follow the call of our inner voice and take the time to listen to its valuable messages, and in order to navigate our way through life. And so the guidance is, in order to be a success, a focus needs to evolve inside of you that will show you an important aspect of your spirituality that you were previously unaware of before. Allow the focus to be the change you are currently seeking at this time. And you know, this may come in the form of bringing about a new routine that brings this into focus a lot. And you know, this could be you know, a form of exercise, or it could be a form of meditation that's helping you to increase your self-confidence. It could be a new visualization that you want to bring about in order for you to manifest something in your life that's going to create this change. And so the action step this week to do with the Owl Finches, in order to make a change, you need some quiet time and a space within your house so that you can begin to bring in the new changes you want to make within your life. Are you trying to change a certain area in your life and are not allowing the room for it to come in? Then have no proper foundation for it to evolve. It's always best that you initiate a change, even if it's only small, rather than a change getting forced upon you. And you know, so this, you know, also helps you to be prepared in your life as well. And so the Owl Finches helps us and guides us through these changes, and allowing this focus to evolve in us, and so that these new pieces of ourselves can surely come about. And so a small time dedicated every day, every week, or every month to start this ball rolling. Allow the Finches to guide you back to your inner knowing, back to your senses, and allow them to bring you to the spiritual guidance you are needing right now. And so you may be feeling unwilling to do this, or you'd feel doubtful or stressful about it. And so you can always turn that around by focusing on change and action and focus and being successful in whatever it is that you wish to undertake at this point in time. And so the two cards that we pulled out this week is with the family songlines. I am healing, letting us know that when I focus on myself, I understand more about my gifts and I have the ability to create miracles. And you do have the ability to create miracles in your life. And you know, as my flower medicine book said, if you have read the front of that, it speaks about a miracle that occurred in my life when I was quite young. And so you know, it is quite possible. Miracles may seem something that are out of reach to us, but they're absolutely not. And so, you know, keeping this in mind, you know, The other card that we pulled out was with the Finch's Eye am Knowing, letting us know that when I have trust and faith in my intuition comes from within and a really deep place, and meditation and visualization can help us to bring this out more in us. And you are naturally guided towards the answers you seek, and this makes you strong the more that you can develop this part of yourself inside. And so I hope everybody has a wonderful week this week, and I hope to see you guys next week. As I said, I'm still trying to get back on track, and so if I'm not here next week, I am about. I just still working things out with my tech and everything, and so if you haven't got your card deck, don't forget to visit the online store. It's got so many things that are selling out now, and so I'm not quite at the stage where I can fill everything back up yet, and so not without your support. And so I hope everybody has a great week this week, and I'll try and see you again next week. Bye for now.